Hey guys, before we start the review, I'm going to give a shout out to the Division 5 made by Rosalina. This is actually a really cool webcomic. I suggest you go and check it out. She also does commissions. The artwork is great, the story is pretty cool, and the characters are even more amazing. So, hope you guys go and check her out. Make sure you do. And now, let's get to the review. Hey guys, welcome to my review of the Figma Goblin Slayer figure. And man, this is a really cool figure. But let's check out the box, of course. Here you can see the front. Now, the sides, some pictures of Goblin Slayer, of course, of the actual figure. As you can see here, he's holding the club, which is nice. And another one that is just a close-up. And man, I really like how this figure actually turned out as good as those actual promotional pictures that you're seeing there. Man, this figure is just awesome. So let's open it up, because what's the point of keeping him inside the box? I mean, you know, more pictures, of course, that look great. And let me tell you, this figure has been out for a while. I got it when it came out, like 5 days after. But hey, check it out here in his little plastic coffin, just looking fucking amazing. Now let's get the fuck out. As you can see here, it doesn't come with much besides the hands, the sword, the club, and the shield. And the figure itself, of course, it's not really a lot. It's pretty barren, which makes me a little bit sad. I wish he came with more stuff. Now, as you can see here, the figure stands pretty darn well, around 6 inches tall, and the armor looks great. Everything is well detailed. The shading, the shield has the scar on it, but it's a really deep scar. Some people like it, some people don't. I love it actually. Here you can see it from the back. You can see that big pouch that he carries on his hips. Looks great. And check out the articulation. Now, as you can see here, right and left movement are hindered by the fur, which it was actual fur instead of just being hard plastic. Up and down is pretty good. As you can see here, this piece here, it does rotate. It's in a ball joint, so that is pretty darn good. Another thing is the arm can go up this much, but obviously can do a full 360 because the shoulder pads are actually attached to the shoulder, which is great. 90-degree bend for the elbow, as you can see there. And of course, ball joints for the wrist, which is always a plus, and I love that. It just makes your life a whole lot easier. Now the legs can go up that much, and check it out, ball joints on the feet and a toe joint there. Man, it's just it just feels so solid. Now the knees, as you can see there, can bend very well, and man, it's pretty cool, especially here. And check out that ab crunch. He has a bunch of ab crunch, which I love and is always welcome in this figure. Now, as you can see here, the club. Yeah, sadly he doesn't come with the torch, but the club is actually still pretty darn cool. Honestly, I wish it had a little bit of blood like the Nendoroid. I think the Nendoroid has a little bit more stuff and it's a little bit more edgy, because it's an Nendoroid, it's chibified, it's a lot cuter, so they can get away with a few more things. But man, the poses with these guys is just awesome. Man, I can overlook a lot of the shortcomings, but yeah, it does come with the stand. Obviously, that is standard for all Figma figures. And man, it's the club, it's pretty awesome. Now the sword. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some manga poses here, guys. It looks great. It looks sharp. It's pointy, so be careful with it. It's not gonna stab, you know, make a big gash or anything like that, but it's gonna give you a nice poke. And don't poke somebody in the eye with it, you know. But man, I really like the fur as well. I like how sharp it is. Has a lot of separation. I love separation. And the shading, just the battle damage that it has all over the figure, that is really nice. The knees is where I would have made on the knee pads separately, like they did with the Berserk. For armor guts, I wish they would have done the same here, but man, like I said, the articulation is good. The panels on the arms there of the armor is separate. It just feels so solid. And this is probably one of the best Figmas out there. Even the sword has a little bit of shading, as you can see there. It's just that they made it so solid. Doesn't feel fragile, doesn't feel loose, nothing. And tell me, I'm telling you guys, I have posted this guys a million ways, 1,000 times, and it still feels solid and it still feels great. Just check it out here with the sword and the club together. It's just amazing. And that shield is not really gonna fall off, because once you attach the hand on it, it's solid, it's there. And the sword, you just slide it in there. Now I know what you guys are thinking, he doesn't really come with much. Yes, I wish he would have had his throwing daggers. I wish he would have had his torch, the red eye. I wish he would have come with those stuff, the lance. I mean, that would have been awesome. Maybe his crossbow as well. Would have loved that. But man, just judging it by the quality of the figure is just amazing. It feels solid, it doesn't feel loose, everything is great. I just love it. The paint, the details, everything is pretty awesome. The only bad thing, like I said, is that, and maybe we'll get a year one version of him that has everything. That would be great. Hopefully one day it happens. But with this figure, well, I can do this. Yeah, I've waited for a long time to actually do that pose, to have these two. Imagine Goblin Slayer and Guts in a crossover. That would be freaking awesome. Both of them live in a world where everything is so fucked up, you know. It's just crazy how humans are just fighting every day just to stay alive. And then you see some characters that you're like, oh my god, I love that character, boom, dead. Oh shit, he didn't last long, you know. But it just makes me so happy to have them both together. And like I said, in my honest opinion, if you're looking for this figure, now this figure was around $80 US when it came out. I got mine for I think 65, I think it was, plus the shipping and handling, from Hobbylink Japan. I'm pretty sure now you can get it for around that price range. Still depends. I'm not sure how available it is right now, especially after going with the virus and all this bullshit. But to me, this is probably the perfect Goblin Slayer in 6-inch form. Like I said, 6-inch form. Remember that is very important. You can say, oh no, there's a Goblin Slayer 12-inch form that is a lot better. Yeah, that is a lot better, obviously, because it's a bigger figure. You can add more detail, you can add more stuff. But the thing that I really want to see with Goblin Slayer is if they do a year one version, they have the face. Yes, the face. You know, just make the eyes completely shallow so you can see the actual face. That would be pretty awesome. And like I said, more weapons is really what you need. I think SH Figure Arts is coming out with a few of their gray out figures. That is basically, you know, gray prototypes that don't have anything, no details or anything like that, and they do come with quite a few weapons. So if you want some stuff, just check around. I think in 1999 Hobby Search has some stuff, and Hobbylink Japan. So if you want more stuff, make sure to check that out. And of course, there's also some goblins out there, but remember, there are some goblins that are really naughty goblins. I mean, like X-rated goblins or triple X-rated goblins out there, but they would look pretty cool with him because they're almost on the same scale. And you know, goblins, you know, you have big goblins, you have little goblins, you have medium-sized goblins, but those ones, you know, they're pretty hardcore, which is good for this figure because Goblin Slayer is pretty hardcore as well. And I know you guys might be wondering, hey, why didn't you show us the open hands? Because I don't really use them. They're not really that useful, you know. It's like, oh yeah, open hands, okay, I just need him to hold his sword, hold his club, you know, and that's pretty much it, what you need here. The glowing eye, I'm not 100% sure, but I think somebody was making a little translucent red piece to put on his eye. But for this figure, but I haven't seen anything on that. So if you guys know, let me know. Drop me a link below. I would love to get my hands on that. That would be pretty awesome. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Stay safe. Make sure you don't get the Rona, guys. I don't want to see any of you missing by the time this video comes out, and I'll see you guys next time.